Good morning, everyone. Today is Friday. Today is Temperature Checking Friday. I'm here to check in to see how everyone is doing this morning. How are you going into this weekend? This weekend is Easter Sunday. For everyone that celebrate Easter, happy holidays. I hope you enjoy the time with your family. And for those that don't, I hope you have a great weekend. I hope that you decide to do something for yourself this weekend. But again, I wanted to check in on everyone. I did a first video, and in that video, I focused on our children, specifically our young adults. This week was hard. It was definitely emotionally charged. I've been working in the mental health field, doing social services as a crisis intervention specialist combined for about 20 years. And I don't think out of those 20 years, I don't think I've ever had to tell a parent I could not clear their child to go back to school. What I've been seeing lately is a lot of children are coming into our emergency departments for self-harm. And I'm weeding out the ones that are truly self-harmed and those that are just saying it. So I'm specifically focusing on those that truly want to harm themselves. And when I speak about harming, I mean unaliving themselves. I'm seeing children that are in the second grade, third, fourth grade. Let that sink in for a minute. Our babies want to harm themselves. I have a second grader, and I'm telling you right now, I can't even imagine that my second grader is thinking about or wanting to unalive himself. It's just so disturbing, and it really broke my heart this week. I struggled this week, and all I kept saying to myself was, what in the world is happening? What is happening that is making our babies feel that the only way to solve a problem is to unalive themselves, is to self-harm? What is happening? I don't have all the answers. I don't know the answers. I'm a parent too, and I'm trying to figure that out. What is going on? What is going on? It made me think back to COVID-19 during the pandemic. When the pandemic first started, I was seeing a lot of videos, a lot of articles about children harming themselves, children taking their own life. And I know those numbers were on a rise then, but it's definitely still on a rise now. Just thinking back during the pandemic between 2020 and 2021, the rate of children between the age of 10 and 24 that was coming in the ER for self-harm and having those thoughts increased to about 55%. Meaning amongst, for example, our adolescents between the age 10 and 24, girls that were coming into the ED, our young baby girls, that number was approximately 50%. That's how much it increased. And amongst our boys between that same age group, it increased about 3.7%. Let that sink in. This was only a couple of years ago, and those numbers are still rising. In 2020, the rate of our children that lost their lives by self-harm was the second leading cause of death. Let that sink in. And I'm sure the numbers are still on the rise. Do your own research. Go on the CDC website. Go on the Substance Abuse Administration website. Go on the American Psychological Association website. Go on the NAMI website, NAMI. Go on that website. Do your own research. What I'm saying is our babies are going through things. And our babies believe that not living anymore is their only option. What is going on? Let's pay more attention to our children. Let's allow our children to express themselves with no judgment. Ask your children questions, just like we're checking on your kids. Set a time or a specific day where everybody check in with each other. If you're already doing that, great. But if you're not, check in on your kids. And when I'm talking about our babies, I am talking about, I'm not just talking about our elementary school age kids, middle school, high school. I'm talking about our young adults. They are our babies and they are struggling. And I know I'm going to get a lot of flack about this, but I hear parents say a lot. They're not going through anything. What could they possibly be going through? All they got to do is go to school, get good grades. They don't have to work. They don't have to, they're not worried about finances or anything like that. What do they have to worry about? Listen, I get it. I grew up in an era where I went through things, and not living anymore was never a solution for me. That was not my thought process. Times are different. I know we don't think times are different. Times are different. It's different. It is not the same. We are in a different era. It is not the same. Our babies are struggling. What is going on? I don't care if you think your child is fine or not. I don't care if your child has a mental health issue or struggled with one. Still check on your babies. Still check on them babies because they need us. So again, this week was a very emotionally charged week. It was sad because when I have to walk up to a parent and say, your child is unsafe, we have safety concerns. When I had to do that, it broke every bit of my heart. It broke every bit of my heart. So, all I'm saying, parents, I don't have all the answers. I don't. But if you have questions, you can email me at lifteveryvoices@gmail.com. If you need guidance, you can comment below this video. What I am going to say is, I remember, growing up, and I was told that some signs to look for was if someone is isolating, not hanging out with friends anymore, staying away from family, not doing the things that they enjoy doing, just really is always in a depressed mood, that those were the signs. Obviously, there's much more, but those were the primary signs, right? This don't have a face, because me going out with my friends, me still going to work, me still laughing, me still taking care of my kids, those could be signs too. Me smiling every day, you just never know. And that is why it's very important. That is why it's very important to check in on your children. Be observant. Be nosy. I'm nosy. I'm all in my child stuff. My oldest one too, that is 18 years old. Because I never know. Please know, have the conversation with your children. Have the conversation with your children. And I know it's a hard conversation to have, but one of the things that I want you to know is that depression, hopelessness, feeling helpless are associated, are signs. So talk to your children. Find out what's going on. I do want to say one of the things that I have noticed in speaking to these babies, bullying is huge. Oh, bullying is huge. So, if your children are being bullied, take action. Find out what's going on and have whoever needs to address it, the school system, the school board, the superintendent, address it. And parents, if your kids are doing the bullying, talk to your kids. Talk to your kids. Okay? Talk to your children. So, I want to let the babies know that your life is important. My young adults, your life matter. There's a purpose. You have a purpose for being here. You are destined to do great things. Find someone to talk to. Find someone you trust. Heck, journal. Journal. You could even journal record now. But know that your life is important. So, if there is anybody that you guys know that is struggling, or you're noticing things, seek help. If they are not talking to you, parents, and I'm not just talking about biological parents, okay? If you are a parental figure to someone, if you notice your babies, whatever it is, something is off, let's question. Seek help when you need to. Call the 988 line for guidance if you need to. Let's have conversations with our babies. Let's check in with our babies. Let's provide a safe space for them to express themselves, for them to talk to you. But that was really weighing heavy on my heart because I just can't believe it. Like it is so it's just sad. Like it's depressing. I just want to hug and let those babies know that they are loved. So that really broke my heart this week. It really did. However, I'm going to continue to have the conversation. I'm going to continue to educate parents and talk to these babies. So parents, talk to your children. Everyone have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. And thank you so much for tuning in. We're just having conversation. This is our check-in. We're just checking in. We are just checking in. Okay? Again, if you have any questions, please comment below or email me at lifteveryvoices@gmail.com. Until next time, be blessed. I'll talk to you guys soon.